Hey Alpha fam, welcome back to another episode of Alpha Commission. Today on Alpha Commission, of course, I'm going to go over that pumping on the Bitcoin chart, guys. Of course, it's been a little while since I've given it an update, and mostly that's because things have been going great. They have been going exactly as we had expected in this move to the upside, and in fact, we've exceeded our targets just a little bit. So, guys, just when you think about how the market is going, just pay attention to the big picture. We have a very lovely stair-stepping, kind of path to the upside, and we're continuing to build out that stair-step to the upside, and we are still in a very bullish-oriented position here. Now, of course, should we lose that 100K area, it's going to get a lot dicier. Should we stay where we are, basically above this kind of 115 area, it's going to look very good. But in between this area, of course, we can have a lot of oscillation. We can flick up, we can flick down. But what we want to do is just to be building these stair steps to the upside. And as long as we're doing that, we're doing a great job. Now let's go ahead and throw on some detail on this chart just to remind you of what the risks are as we are increasing in price here. Of course, we do have this massive macro trend line that we did bump our heads on. And in fact, if I just zoom in here on the weekly, you can see that's exactly where we got rejected and rejected. Now, we've made 2 attempts to smash through that macro trend line. And if we really fail, in our next couple attempts, that could be it. Okay. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. That could be it. However, markets tend to like to have a little bit of a shakeout, fake out, before their breakouts. We got that here where we had a little shakeout, another shakeout, just a bunch of little shakeouts. And then we blasted to the upside. This was a huge fake out here. And even back in the early days of this bull market, a little bit of a fake out back here, right? No harm, no foul. A little bit of a scare wick back there. Remember, that was the banking crisis, right? Everyone was freaking out. We're going to go into an infinite death spiral in the economy, right? No, that didn't happen, right? So, of course, guys, this market has a lot of traps built into it. And while down is definitely one of the directions that we can go, we do have that healthy structure and we are bullishly oriented. So, just as a matter of due course, we're going to continue to keep looking to the upside while just being aware that, of course, we could have pullbacks. And if I go from the weekly to the daily, let's just go ahead and see where we are right now. Now, of course, I did give you this long in one of the previous episodes, just like I gave you this long here back around 80K. And then, of course, in the group, right, my private group, which you guys can sign up in the link in the description of the video below. Of course, I was giving entries around 60K. And it was always a very nervous time, right? Like, everyone always thought the floor could just give way and, maybe the market's going to be over. So that's exactly how people are feeling right now. And the only thing that I can say is no risk, no reward, right? Absolutely. It's possible that we've bumped our head at the top of the market. We have this rising wedge. We have a giant bearish shark harmonic. All of this suggests that we could break down and even lose my golden parabola to the upside. But as long as we're above that golden parabola, guys, it just looks so good, right? We are going parabolic. And so I would expect that even if we have shakeouts, as long as we can keep a hold of my golden parabola, that hopefully this market will continue to go parabolic. Now, does that mean that on the day or on the week that we can't have pullbacks? No, of course. As you can see, this long that I got you guys in just as a recommendation has gone very swimmingly. We hit both of my realistic patterns here, both for the falling wedge and also for the bullish harmonic pattern. Now, those have played out essentially. We are putting in a little bit of a baby bat harmonic here, and that does suggest that we could have pullbacks back into our support zone. anywhere between that 110 to 115. Those are good targets. If we just create a higher low, it's going to look good for continuation to the upside, where I do have extended targets to maybe 119, 122. And should we ever break out of this bearish order block here above 125, and especially should we ever take out 130, then of course I have some macro targets, maybe between the 130s to 150s, kind of looking at those mid 140s right now. Keep you up to date on those. Should we break down from that 110, just really watch out, okay, because we could rapidly drop to the downside, and there are targets here that suggest that 100K to 93K are possible. And should we not be able to re-find our footing above that golden parabola, I mean, we could really honestly, guys, come down to that 80 to mid 70s area, where you can see that we do have this diagonal through line here of resistance, 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 which has been converted to support. So we would expect that it should at least provide some type of support on our way to the downside. And if that's a new bottom, so be it. Okay. If it continues to the downside, also so be it. I'll of course be giving updates. Now, guys, you can get daily updates like this in the group if you join the link in the description below. I have about 7 streams per week. We have multiple analysts giving calls. We do macro, we do research, and of course, it's just one of these communities where you have a team on your side, as opposed to just trying to do it all by yourself. Of course, we're not financial advisors, we're not legal experts, we're not, psychologists, right? We can't solve all your life's problems, and we can't do everything for you. But if you're interested in learning, then I do recommend signing up. Just we have massive discounts right now of up to more than 50% off, so it's a great time to sign up. Now, just as we are experiencing this little bit of a pullback, I did want to give you an update, even though it's been a little while. Guys, I'm always here for you. And again, if you're part of the group, you'll have that on a daily basis. All right, I think I'm going to wrap it up there. A lot of these altcoins are pumping. Our bags are really growing. And if you've been following some of the trades in the group, I mean, we've hit multiples on some of these trades. And even though we're having a little bit of a pullback right now, and there are some issues to be talking about in the macro stream, some potential risk coming up that you might want to be aware of, I'm going to have to save that for the members. Guys, if you like this content, please support me by using any of the links in the description below. That's your alpha for the day. Stay safe and happy trading.